Namaste, Jai Bharat. This is about Bangladesh. Bangladesh, as we have seen, doesn't have a rule right now. There is this Dr. Muhammad Yunus, who is, his designation is supposed to be advisor to government. But what government? Where government? Whose government? They don't have a government. The whole plot, the whole thing is at the instance of the Jamaat Islami. Jamaat Islami is a kind of outfit like the IS or the Taliban or things like that. But they don't have a rule anyway. They wanted to have it in Bangladesh at least. Now, the point we should try to discuss is ISKCON, International Society for Krishna Consciousness. And ISKCON is all over the world. And I think everyone must have seen how they behave, act, and what's the function. They in their own world, kind of spiritual world, they live, function, and interact with society in a spiritual manner. That's what we had been seeing all over the world. Now, Bangladesh, the Jamaat Islami, not telling Bangladesh per se, Jamaat Islami wants to declare the ISKCON as a terrorist outfit. They've already arrested the Brahmachari of ISKCON and Chinmay Krishna, I suppose, and is jailed without bail, and they're not even giving food to him in the jail. That's what I heard. They're not even. So it wouldn't make any difference to a Brahmachari who's an aspiring sannyasi. That's one thing. They were arrested. Now they wanted to declare the ISKCON as a terrorist outfit. That's wonderful. Because what do they understand from terrorism? Just because they are terrorists, and they just wanted to say others are terrorists, someone else, for whatever reasons they can project, find, or declare, or speak of. They wanted this one to be spoken of as a terrorist outfit. Okay, let them say. They are not. These people are supposed to be not terrorists in their minds, of course, because they are in the path of what kind of holy, whatever things they know better. Now, there are people speaking about the possibility of putting pressure on this Jamaat Islami so that they will understand things and change themselves and redeem themselves. I'm telling it's impossible, because these people will never understand reason. If the Hamas would have understood reason, they would not have lost so many lives, including their leaders. I think almost all leaders have lost. If the Hamas could have understood any kind of reason, or based on a simple matter of common sense, they would not have lost their most of the leaders, and they wouldn't have died in so many numbers. If the Hezbollah would have understood any iota of reason, they wouldn't have suffered, and they wouldn't have lost their so many leaders as well as their people. The Houthis, if they had any iota of reason, they wouldn't have died in so big quantity. Now, can we expect that these terrorist people, let's call them as jihadis in one word, though jihad is supposed to mean something different, at the hands of these people it's not that. Can we expect any of this one to understand any small kind of iota of reason? Then they wouldn't go for such things. Now, incorrigible is too good a word, or irredeemable is too good a word. These people are menace to human existence, and they wouldn't understand. They will keep doing it. The only language which they shall understand is what Israel does to them. No way out. Precisely, that's what is happening in Bangladesh. It's a Jamaat Islami. This Muhammad Yunus, he wanted to have his personal fame, power, etc., and he got a funny Nobel Prize for a funny reason. I don't have to speak anything more about it. It's a very trivial kind of thing. Things deep state politics must be playing behind it. At that time, deep state also is not stable. It will keep changing, given changes in administration. Now, they are not going to understand. Things are going to be worse in Bangladesh. How it can be solved, I have no idea. Until the people themselves come forward, like what can happen in Iran and what can happen in Lebanon, can also happen in Bangladesh. Is the people. They should go against such situations. Now look at the kind of misery. See, these people, these terrorist outfits and these kind of outfits like Jamaat-e-Islami or of course Hezbollah is not ruling, Hezbollah is not ruling, Hamas is not ruling. They are experts in doing just one thing, taking the whole society back in time. They just destroy human existence and destroy civilization. And few people would like to be at the realm of things and they would have our comforts and enjoyments, but the society is lost. They just hardly care for their society. They don't even bother about the pains of common people. Now, a small instance of Bangladesh is, for most of their medical requirement, they used to come to Bharat. And in most places in Bharat, the society was very liberal to them. The government was very liberal to them. Used to give them visas. And comparatively cheap for them, and cheap for most people, our hospitals. And you know the standards of Bharatiya hospitals, which are internationally reputed, people know it. Those who know it, don't know it. And they used to come to Bharat and get treated for a song to say, so to say. I give an example of one hospital which I personally seen. That's the Bangalore hospital, Anarchy, one hospital. The cases there is very interesting. I was actually surprised rather to see quite a few things there. Most shopkeepers, most shopkeepers in Bengaluru, just in and around this hospital complex, speak Bangla. I could speak Bangla, so I was deeply surprised to see those people whose mother tongue is Kannada, and the Hindi is not very polished. In fact, Hindi is very raw. They speak Bangla. I casually asked one of the shopkeepers that, how do you learn Bangla? He said, no, just because these people keep coming to us, patients, they keep coming to us and we learn from them. Okay, for their business. That's it. Now see how it happens, how the whole thing is programmed for the patient, their treatment. They have this contact number. From someone, they keep getting the contact numbers. There's a given agencies there who would facilitate their stay. There are small time renting apartments and sometimes big rooms, large rooms for 5-6 people to stay. And this is with fully furnished, including utensils. So when these Bangladeshis come, they come to Calcutta somewhere and then take a flight to Bangalore, most likely flight or somewhere. Then they'll be picked up by this agency. They'll be picked up by this agency, either from airport or railway station, wherever. Then they'll be their stay would be ready. So they will simply go and stay. Many of them, mostly the patient is supported. Patient used to be accompanied with some other family members, friends, etc. So they come and they have facilities here. They don't have to even buy a spoon. All these things are on rent available. TV also they can get on rent, everything. Sometimes they want to stay for 3 months or etc. So that kind of facilities. It's a business already, but the business is a good thing they are doing. But that's a kind of help the people coming from outside are getting. It's not very expensive. That's it. It's not very expensive. It's normal, very normal. In fact, sometimes cheap. So they have everything. They come with the children. I haven't seen much. They come with women and supporters. Quite a few people. And this patient is in the hospital. And these people go around, they get set there, they'll be settled mentally. In the morning you find them going out to tea, smoking, doing this thing, that thing, and they're free. That's the point. They are not under any kind of pressure. They're free because their language is free. People understand their language, most people, and they can buy things. Only thing they don't have the QR code what we have in Bharat. They have to pay cash. The language is free and they can buy things. They get vegetables in the morning and they go and cook. They eat. No, and then they also have leisure, spend their time. They can hire everything whatever they want, TV or fridge, whatever facilities they want. They can take it on rent. This will have to be stopped. Shab must be stopping, getting stopped. I don't get the information to that extent, though I'll ask someone that when I ask someone, they said, see, their coming is now reduced, but it will be altogether stopped in time. So those who are suffering used to, I'm just talking only about medical, those who are suffering could just come and get themselves treated and go back comfortably. And the Jamaat-e-Islami has just destroyed that facility and the opportunities given to these people, and they themselves were very comfortable with us. Those Bangladeshis coming, you talk to them, they're very comfortable. That's normal, as though they are in their own nation in some other part. The language, attitude, people, interaction, everything was comfortable to them. They were safe, they were friendly. I've seen only once a Hindu. He's a Chakrabarti. Then I just asked him the first name, which then he said it's a Hindu, his name is a Hindu name. Then I asked him, are you a Hindu? He said yes. Because sometimes when they change religions, they retain the title. That's how they have Chaudharis, Minhas, that's in western part. Of course, Chaudhary is there in Bengal also. Chakrabarti is a Brahmin title. I thought if Chakrabarti asked his first name, that happened to be a Hindu. Then I asked him, how come? Who did he come with? He says his friend needed help, so he just traveled. His friend is also Hindu, friend, relative, some people. Only once I've seen a Hindu coming from Bangladesh. Otherwise, they are all Muslims, and they don't feel that they are different. They were told whatever they want in and around. They rent an apartment and they rent him with everything, and they come complete and then go. Going back, I have seen. They're comfortably going back, and this same agency will drop them at the airport, mostly airport, because it takes time. From Bangalore to Calcutta, it takes time, long distance. So they will be dropped in the airport. All these things done. Such comfort when for treatment they used to face. This is just one thing I said, just one thing which I've seen personally. Because my son is a doctor there, so I just visiting him, staying with him, I've seen this phenomenon. That was surprising. Otherwise, I had no reason to go to that place and stay. I've seen this. So one instance. Now there are many such instances where the Bangladeshis will be suffering because their relations with Bharat get strained. The Jamaat-e-Islami never had any relation with anyone else. That's one thing. But the people of Bangladesh, they have to take the suffering. They are not very different from what we are, but they have to take all these sufferings. Now they are under that freedom of coming here. And of course, even if they come, no one will look at them with the suspicious eyes, etc. But they can't come, that's the point. I talk to many youngsters. See, I was just coming back from a morning walk, and youngster, I was speaking in Bangla. Then I asked him in Bangla, I was trying to speak to him. Then this youngster, he must be around 30 years old, 25, 30. So he was smoking a cigarette, he was hiding it behind me, out of a kind of respect. See, that kind of attitude they have. Elders, they withdraw himself. Then I talked to him, I said, why do you hide? You spend money, you smoke it. Then, no, right, it's not. He doesn't know me. But by looking at age, they were that free with us. They don't feel that they are in a different nation, different country. So that is destroyed by these Jamaat-e-Islami. And they will never understand. You don't expect them to understand. They will continue doing it because some of them will have their ways, and that's enough. They just don't care about the society, and the people of Bangladesh So it's up to them now to get rid of Taliban and bring back democracy. Either it is Sheikh Hasina, whoever it is, but then let them bring it in a democratic manner. It's for the people of Bangladesh. Now they have to act. Do not expect others to come and help. Nobody help. And this kind of outfits like Jamaat Islami, they're never going to understand any kind of reason, never going to change it. They'll just continuously go on, they'll continue their best. They'll try their best to continue. That's the problem. So I don't find any solution until the people of Bangladesh are themselves reacting against it. If the people are not with them, the Jamaat Islami can't hold ground longer. They may have to pay their praise. The people, they love their suffering to fight against these things while fighting against Taliban. Not Taliban, this Jamaat Islami. But until they do it, nothing can happen. No one from outside is going to help them because it's impossible for people to realize things. So we meet again with some other thoughts. Namaste. Jai Bharat. Jai Sri Ram.